Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. The show's called Briggs on Books. Actually, we're dropping the whole Central Valley thing now because we're an international talk show with authors from all over the world. In fact, our next guest, Ron Capshaw, is calling in from Pensacola, Florida. Welcome, Ron.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, tell me the name of the book. Monsters?
The name of the book is The Stage Mothers Club.
The Stage Mothers Club. I don't know, when I looked you up, it said something about the word monsters, I thought, but... And by the way, you have a lot of skills, I understand. You're a writer, you're a fencer, and a divorcer, and you're good at all three, I understand.
I hope so.
Anyway, tell me a little bit about this book.
It's basically Rambo meets The Exorcist. When I was growing up in the 70s, there were a lot of demon movies, demon possessions, The Exorcist, The Omen. And I read a quote by Pauline Kael about The Exorcist. And she said the thing that really horrified her about the movie wasn't the content. It was all these stage mothers that were willing to let their daughters do this stuff on film in the script. Yeah. And so I thought of taking somebody that had been abused like that and turning him on the people that inflicted all the harm on him. So it's basically a child actor with Rambo.
And he's grown up. And he's out for revenge.
He is doing okay. He's an ex-soldier. He's got a lot of baggage, but he was doing okay until the director of the film he was on as a child shows up on his doorstep and wants to make a sequel. And rather than committing suicide or anything, he goes after the people that made these kind of things possible.
And is it personal? Is it just to him or people who did that to other children?
Well, it starts off just for him, but then he realizes there's a whole network of stage mothers out there.
And does he bear, I mean, it's a serious book. I mean, is he harboring, haunted by his experience?
Very much so. He's not a model of mental health. He has a great deal of difficulty. And just when he was starting to adjust at his Pensacola beach house, writing books about loving mothers, it's a fantasy projection of his, he was doing okay. And then once the director shows up, he's not.
He was triggered.
Very much so.
I hate to tell you this, Ron, but this sounds like it would make a great movie.
I hope so. I was certainly thinking cinematically when I wrote it.
You were picturing the movie in your mind, so to speak.
Yeah, I have all the actors cast.
Okay.
So.
Is there a role for you in the movie?
I would probably be the insignificant devil worshiper.
There's devil worshippers in the book.
Holding a sword.
What branch of the military was the protagonist in?
He was in Special Forces, okay. Green Beret.
It's fascinating. It's a fascinating sounding book, by the way. Just hearing you talk about it for a minute or two, I was like, I got to get that book. Is it on audiobooks?
It's on audio, and it's at Amazon. It's Kindle, paperback, audio, the whole works.
I ask every author this. Did you use your own voice, or you hired a voice actor?
No, the publisher, Innervated Soul Collective Press, very graciously got somebody to do it for me, and the guy did a good job.
That's good.
Really good job.
Yeah, by the way, congratulations. I always say that anybody could write a book, but if you can finish writing, that's the hardest part, just finishing, and then you're done, and then you just have a pile of sheets of paper with words on them, getting it published, and then all the way to audiobook. That's a lot of steps, Ron.
Thank you. Yeah. It is.
And what was more work, the writing or the post-writing?
I enjoyed writing it. The post-writing was fun because people that know me said, where did all this come from? You're not like this at all. And they told me they were exhausted by the time they finished reading the book, which is what I wanted to happen.
Huh? None of them look at you sideways like, hey, this guy, Ron, he may be, a monster himself.
Well, I was never in the Army, and I've never been possessed.
Were you a child actor? Okay, no, so it's not about you at all.
No.
Now, Ron, I did just click on Amazon. Your book was so easy to find, just popped up, and I tell our viewers, just type Ron Capshaw. It pops right up. First entry, you click on the button, and it orders right there from Amazon. It's at your house in a day or two, I bet. So, yeah,
Yes.
that's a good way to do it. Listen, we're running out of time, Ron. Is there anything else you want our viewers to know?
I'm working on a second book. The best I can sum it up with right now, it's Mayberry gone horribly wrong. Small town Texas.
You take some sweet, nice things and turn them to the dark side.
Yes, I do.
See, one of those Mayberry characters going crazy. Anyway, Ron,
Very
thank
much
you
so.
for being
Yes,
on the
sir.
show. You're invited back anytime because you're a fascinating guy and you tell a good story in person. So I bet the book's very good too. So thanks for
Thank you
being
very
on,
much.
Ron.
Thanks for having
We'll
me.
be back with more Briggs
You
on
bet.
Books right after this.